Right. Buckle up, royal watchers, because Sarah Ferguson is having what can only be described as the world's most expensive midlife crisis. And this time it's not just a bank account that's taking the hit. The Duchess of York, our beloved Fergie, is currently sitting at 1/3 odds to lose her royal titles faster than you can say, "I should have kept my mouth shut about Jeffrey Epstein." And honestly, those odds are looking spicier than a vindaloo at 2 a.m. Now, before you start thinking this is just another case of the tabloids going mental over nothing, let me paint you a picture. 7 charities have just dropped Fergie like she's a hot potato covered in scandal sauce. We're talking the Teenage Cancer Trust, the British Heart Foundation, and 4 others who've basically said Duchess who, faster than she can curtsy. And all because of an email from 2011 that's aged about as well as milk left in the sun. But here's where it gets absolutely bonkers. This isn't just any email. Oh no, this is Sarah Ferguson calling Jeffrey Epstein her supreme friend in private while publicly declaring she'd have nothing ever to do with Jeffrey Epstein ever again. It's like saying you're on a diet while secretly demolishing an entire chocolate cake in your car. The hypocrisy is so thick you could spread it on toast. Let's rewind to 2011 for a moment, shall we? Picture this. Sarah Ferguson, already knee-deep in financial troubles and public scandals, decides the best course of action is to do a public interview distancing herself from Epstein. Fair enough, right? Wrong. Because apparently, after throwing him under the bus publicly, she then sends him a groveling email calling him a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend. It's like apologizing to your ex after telling everyone at the pub what a nightmare they were. Except your ex is a convicted sex offender, and you're supposed to be representing the crown. The timing of this revelation couldn't be more perfect if it was scripted by Netflix themselves. Just as King Charles is trying to streamline the monarchy and project a cleaner image, his former sister-in-law is out here serving up scandal on a silver platter. It's like trying to redecorate your house while someone's setting fire to the garden shed. Now, Fergie's team has come out swinging with damage control, claiming the email was sent under duress after Epstein made menacing phone calls. But let's be real here for a second. When you're in a hole, the first rule is to stop digging. Fergie appears to have grabbed a mechanical excavator and started tunneling toward Australia. The optics are absolutely dreadful, and in the royal game, optics are everything. What makes this even more delicious is the domino effect we're witnessing. Andrew already got the royal boot after his car crash Newsnight interview that was more awkward than a first date with your ex's best mate. Now Fergie is following the same trajectory, proving that the Epstein connection is basically royal kryptonite. It's like a very expensive, very public lesson in how not to manage a crisis. The bookmakers aren't messing about either. At 1/3 to lose her titles, they are practically begging you to bet against her keeping them. Joe Lyons from Pundit Arena put it perfectly when he said Ferguson is firmly odds-on to lose her credentials. In betting terms, that's basically saying the writing isn't just on the wall, it's been spray-painted in neon letters with flashing arrows pointing at it. But here's the kicker that nobody's talking about. This whole mess highlights just how precarious these royal titles really are. One day you're the Duchess of York, cutting ribbons and attending galas, and the next you're persona non grata faster than you can say your Royal Highness. It's like being in the world's most exclusive club where the membership can be revoked for texting the wrong person. The charity exodus tells us everything we need to know about how seriously this is being taken. When the British Heart Foundation, an organization that's been around since 1961, drops you like a bad habit, you know you cross a line that can't be uncrossed. These aren't fly-by-night organizations making snap decisions. These are established charities with reputations to protect, and they've decided that association with Fergie is now toxic waste levels of bad PR. What's particularly brilliant about this whole situation is how it exposes a double-edged sword of modern royal life. You want the prestige, the titles, the fancy invitations, but you also need to navigate an increasingly complex media landscape where every email, every photo, every casual comment can come back to haunt you. It's like playing chess while blindfolded on a tightrope over a pit of hungry journalists. The projection of Epstein's photo onto Windsor Castle during Trump's visit was like the universe's way of saying, remember this scandal. Just when you think these stories might fade into background, reality comes knocking with a giant spotlight. It's the kind of timing that makes you wonder if someone upstairs has a very twisted sense of humor. King Charles finds himself in the unenviable position of having to clean house while maintaining family relationships. Stripping titles from your brother's ex-wife isn't exactly Sunday dinner conversation material. But when you're trying to modernize a monarchy and Project Stability, keeping scandal-prone relatives around is like trying to run a high-end restaurant with a health inspector who keeps finding dead mice in the kitchen. The speed at which this is all unfolding is absolutely breathtaking. We went from buried emails to charity exodus to betting odds on title removal in what feels like minutes. In the old days, royal scandals could simmer for months before reaching boiling point. Now, thanks to social media and 24-hour news cycles, you can go from duchess to persona non grata before your morning tea gets cold. Sarah Ferguson, spokesperson, claiming the email was sent under threat is damage control at its most desperate. It's like claiming you only robbed a bank because someone was holding a gun to your head, except the gun was a phone call and the robbery were calling a convicted sex offender your supreme friend. The logic doesn't exactly hold water, does it? The most fascinating aspect of this entire debacle is how it demonstrates the monarchy's evolution. Charles isn't messing about with half measures or hoping scandals blow over. He's taking decisive action, and Sarah Ferguson appears to be finding out the hard way that the new king doesn't have time for royal relatives who can't stay out of trouble. What we're witnessing is essentially a masterclass in how not to manage a crisis. Every move Fergie has made has somehow made things worse. It's like watching someone try to put out a fire with petrol while standing in a fireworks factory. The entertainment value is through the roof, but the damage is catastrophic. The betting odds aren't just numbers on a board. They're a reflection of public sentiment and insider knowledge. When professional gamblers are willing to take short odds on royal title removal, it suggests this isn't speculation anymore. It's an inevitability waiting to happen. So there you have it, Royal Watchers. Sarah Ferguson's latest scandal isn't just another tabloid story. It's a watershed moment that's reshaping how we understand modern royal accountability. The days of sweeping scandals under the palace carpet are officially over, and Fergie is learning that lesson the hard way. Thanks for watching Royal Pancakes, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal drama that's better than any soap opera. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next in this absolute masterpiece of palace politics gone wrong.